Vicky here with you, and I want to play in my whimsical journal. I haven't played in this for quite a long time, and there's a lot of new subscribers, so you might not know what this is. So this is a Tim Holtz journal that I purchased way back when. It was on special at Michael's when I went into the States, and I thought it was fun, so I purchased this. Now, what I've done with it is this. So I've made all sorts of different faces, and it's just whimsical things that make me happy. Has nothing to do with anything. It's just weird, and I just love it. So when I want to play, this is what I want to do today. It's like I said, it's been quite a long, whoops, sorry guys. It's been quite a long time since I played with it. So I thought this would be a good time to do so. Now, this being said, I tried to find some images that could go with this. I thought this would be a fun, oh my god, I'm running out of lap space because I need other parts. Okay, so I thought this would be a fun head, so it could go on her or it could go on her. I pulled this out because it's purple, and I thought that might be fun to use in the background. So what's the purpose of this? Nothing but to amuse myself in creating something silly, basically. And Catfish does it a lot, and haven't done it in a while, so thought it might be fun. They don't fit perfectly, so let's see, because I've got other parts that I could use. I could work. What else do I have? Have some legs, but that's not something I want. Oh, this could work. I would love this actually, because it's kind of like Earth is wondering what is gonna go on. How is this all gonna end up? So yeah, I like that a lot. So I will use this image. Now, do I want to put eyes? I have bins like this. They're from Stupendous. I don't know if they still do them, but they're plastic bins, and that's where I put my different pieces that I thought would fit with you know, different body parts that I thought were fun. I'm gonna have body parts all over my floor now if I'm not careful. So, and this can be kind of the mouth, so I don't necessarily need to do a mouth. Like the eyes, and I like that as the mouth. So that's one thing. Now with the red, the purple doesn't go anymore. Oh well, it happens. I've got this which could fit. What else do I have as a background? I have one of those bins, the plastic pockets from the dollar store. It was $1.25 at the time. I don't know what they're at now. I could do this here. Does she fit? She fit in there. So could put that, and this. Maybe having trouble with the light reflecting. I hope it's not too dark for you guys, but it's a lot better for me. Okay, so there's that. Or what else do I have? That's a background that I could use. Less people though. I like that one. Alright, so we're gonna go with this one. So let's glue this down first. It's gonna be fairly simple because the other ones I've often used many pieces to make the background, and here I'm just using one. So that will make it easy. The one thing though that might make it a bit more difficult is I haven't chosen my sentiment, because of course I didn't choose which piece I was going to do before either. So I usually cut around just like so, and this way I'm using up my magazine pages. Super easy to do. A lot of people use glue books to make this, so compositional book and that sort of thing. I just happen to have that book, and I thought it would be a good one to use for this type of thing. So I've been using it for that, and I don't even remember the last time I made it in 2018. It's been quite a long time, and I've really missed it. So it's fun to be using it again. And I'm hoping that you guys are going to like it as well, so that you're going to want me to do. I thought these were like little leftover pieces from my punching, but they're not. Okay, and I want to make a border, so might as well make one right now. I don't care that I'm making a mess here. Actually, I'm wondering if I want to make some sort of... I should find a sentiment first, and then I can decide if I want to do a little border around it or not. Okay, so I have a bin of sentiments here, if I can get to it. Those those are my larger sentiments. That could go with this, the fact that sweet dreams more than anything else in the world. Need to unwind more than anything else in the world. Yeah, that's the one. Trying to place stuff so that it's not going to fall all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to fussy cut her out. There was a lot of images with little kids with ends that way in magazines, and this is a very flimsy one, so I've got a feeling that it's one of those Women's World one. I've got a lot of them for free at a garage sale, and I've cut out a lot of images. Now I really need to use them up because I still have more magazines that I need to cut out, and I haven't been using up my images all that much recently, so this year this is something I need to do. So let's glue her down. Now I left my glue stick open yesterday, and that was not a good thing. Really not a good thing. It's gotten dried and weird on me. One of the people that I love that does this type of whimsical stuff too, I've got a blank in my head. Haven't seen her in a while. She's on YouTube, Crafty Odge. Search her out if you don't know her and tell her hi for me, because she's really amazing at this. And her and Crafty Fish, Cage Fish, oh my god, are some of the people that I've seen do this and that I really love. Crafty Odge does it a lot with sheets of images that she purchases. Cage Fish does it a lot with magazines or stuff that she actually makes herself. And I like the idea of doing it with the magazine part because it doesn't cost anything other than the magazine, and most of the time you can get some for free, like I did here, or you get magazines that you, oh, I tore my eye. Can I put that part over so that it doesn't really show that it's torn? Oh, thank God. Okay, so then it's a question of putting my sentiment and then deciding if I'm gonna oh my god, like he's really talking. He's hungry. It's time for his it's time for him to be fed. So that's what happens. Need to unwind. And I'm not going to glue this with my glue stick. I'm going to use my Suponti for this. If I can find it somewhere. on my desk. And that dropped on the floor. Oh, here it is. I'm hoping that you guys can still see pretty good. The glare was just too much for me. I couldn't see. Oh, I love this so much. I've missed doing this so much. So I'm hoping that you guys are gonna like it, because I would love to do more of it this year. And actually, I'd love to be able to finish that book this year. That'd be amazing. But I try to do a lot of what I craft on camera, just because otherwise, with the fact that I work full-time, my crafty time is really limited. So that's an issue for me. If you guys don't like this, and that means I need to find other stuff to do, because doing a video a day and working full-time and with the family and all, it gets to be a bit much. So if I don't film a lot of what I do, then it makes it even harder for me and more pressure, which I don't want this to be pressured. I want what I do to be fun, and I want to unwind. So yeah, those are the difficult things in my life right now. So hopefully you guys are gonna like this. It's just strange, because you know, like, it's not like I'm making a class or anything, or that you guys are paying me, but I still like all of you to like what you're seeing. Using my Faber-Castell Pit pen. I need to get more of those smaller ones, because in the black I really don't have a lot of the smaller one, the smaller tip ones. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is block out some of the spaces. I just have to be careful, because this is magazine paper, so it's very glossy, and it's going to take a while for the Pit pen to actually dry on it. So if I'm not careful, I'm going to smudge it. Crafty Odge actually uses prismas and all kinds of other mediums. Quite good at it, actually. I've been taking doodle classes, so I feel more confident about doing doodles and just having fun making shapes and stuff, which I didn't before. I'm sorry if my fingers are in the middle of the image, but I want to hold it. I don't want to touch the parts that I'm doodling on. Because that's totally something I would do, and then I'm going to regret it. Oh my god, I love it. I'm so happy with this. You have no ideas, guys, how happy making this just makes me. So I'm hoping that it's gonna inspire you to try doing something silly like this. It's just so much fun, and yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to reading your comments and knowing if this is something that you would like me to pursue, or if this is something that you don't like and don't want to see. So hopefully it's not that you don't want to see it, or hopefully there's other stuff that I do that is going to keep you interested, even if I do some of this stuff which is more art journaling, glue book type of stuff. So yeah, that's it for now. Bye everyone.